Welcome, 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 welcome. All right. My name is Mr. Mathis, and today we'll be discussing lesson one. We're going over the fundamentals of music theory. And the fundamentals of music theory involve the staff, notes, and pitches. This is lesson one, okay? Now, we're talking about the staff, okay? What is a staff? Okay, most people think of it as a giant stick that people go walking with in the woods, but in music, a staff is the 5 lines with 4 spaces in between those 5 lines that we write music on, okay? So music is written on a staff of 5 lines with 4 spaces in between. If you were to simply look at your hand, okay, let's say you turn your hand this way. How many spaces do you have in your hand? Simple. 1, 2, 3, 4. You got 5 fingers. Your fingers act as line 1, line 2, line 3, line 4, and line 5. And the spaces are space 1, space 2, space 3, space 4. And the same thing is applied over here, okay? Now, the lines on the staff are numbered from bottom to top, the same way that the spaces on the staff are numbered from bottom to top. So imagine you're climbing a ladder. With a ladder, you do not start at the top of the ladder unless you're descending from something. You don't start at the top of the ladder to continue the climb. No, you start at the bottom of the ladder to begin your climb, okay? So line 1 is at the bottom, line 2 is above line 1, line 3 is in the middle of the 5 lines, line 4 is above line 3, and line 5 is at the top, okay? The same thing goes with the spaces. This is space 1, which is at the bottom, space 2, space 3, and space 4. Okay? The lines on the staff are numbered from bottom to top. The spaces on the staff are also numbered from bottom to top. Okay? Let's talk about music notes. Okay? Musical notes are oval-shaped symbols that are placed on the lines, as you can see right here. This is on line 2 and on line 3. And on the spaces, which is on space 2 and space 3 of the staff. Okay, they're placed on the lines and in the spaces. They represent musical sounds called pitches. Okay, now pitch can be high, a pitch can be low. If a note appears higher on the staff, then guess what? It is higher in pitch. If a note appears lower on the staff, then it is lower in the pitch. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna draw a little bit of barrier lines in between these. That's what I'm gonna call them for now. We're gonna call them barrier lines, okay? And we're gonna look at the very first note, and we're gonna determine if the first note is lower or higher than the second note, okay? So look, this note right here starts on line 2. This note is on line 3. Well, we know that line 3 is higher on the staff than line 2 is. So that means that this note that is on line 3 is higher. So I draw an arrow going up, okay? Let's try this one. Okay, let's go to the middle. This is on space 1. The second note is on space 2. Well, space 2 is higher than space 1. So again, I can draw me an arrow going towards it, saying that the note is higher. The second note is higher than the first note. The very last one, okay? This is on space 3. This note is on line 3. Well, they own the same number, but the space is higher than the line is. So draw an arrow going down, okay? If a note appears lower on the staff, it is lower in pitch. If it appears higher on the staff, then it is higher in pitch. Okay, your homework will demonstrate how to draw a staff. You will have to show me how to draw a staff. You will have to draw notes in specific places on the staff. So if I ask you to draw me a note on space 2, you should be drawing a note right here. Okay, if I ask you to draw me a line on space 5, or if I ask you to draw me a line, if I ask you to draw me a note on line 5, it should be at the top, okay? And you should also be able to tell me exactly whether a note is higher or lower. All right, that's lesson 1, staff, notes, and pitches. Remember, the staff is where we write our music, and it consists of 5 lines with 4 spaces in between those lines. Music notes are oval-shaped symbols that are placed on the line or in the spaces. They're on the line and in the spaces, and they represent musical sound called pitches. And pitch is determined based on the note's location on the staff. If it's higher, then it is a high pitch. If it is lower on the staff, then it is a low pitch. Thank you for rocking with me. Peace.